It's time for HLC. It is time. It is HLC time with his latest one. Are you all ready? Let's just see how racist Buff is going to be on this one, shall we?
If you would all please, a moment of silence for the brave North Korean soldiers that died fighting against the Ukrainian menace. Nah, that's gonna be
what
a
now?
pass for me. I'm not doing any moment of silence for those pieces of shit. Buff. I mean, yeah, they're North Korean, but they're still soldiers. It's not really their fault they work for an idiot. You do not.
And more to the point, Uncle Sam, the majority of soldiers in the North Korean army get conscripted. They have no choice. It's you either join the military or you and your entire family get killed. So it's not like the North Korean soldiers have a choice. I'm just surprised that they were able to get time available between jerking it to porn for the first time in their lives to actually fight in the conflict. But that's a whole different thing.
You do not speak about the supreme leader that way, America. Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
whatever,
he
dude.
does.
So I'm just trying to understand something real quick. Remember when, Slavic Special Ed over there said that North Korean.
I need Reaper. It's the argument can be made on both sides. They had a weapon. They were fighting against the Ukrainians. They were in combat. Sure, I'll agree with that. But at the same time, I can also recognize that they had no choice and were conscripted. Okay, and saying that they can easily turn those upon Kim Jong-un or the commanding officer is real fucking easy to say when you yourself are not weak from starvation. You have to remember the vast majority of North Koreans are starving. And they are weak from said starvation, whereas everyone, Kim Jong-un on down and the officers are well fed and strong. Okay? It's real fucking easy for us in the West that are not even soldiers and not in combat to basically look at this situation and say, well, why don't they just turn against their commanding officers? Why don't they just kill their commanding officers? Why don't they just kill Kim Jong-un if he's such a bad guy? No, because you have to understand, these people are afraid. And also, if they try to effect a coup against their commanding officer, even if they succeed, they'll still be killed, and all of their families will be killed. That's the way they operate. If one person does something wrong, not only are they killed, but their entire families get killed, including the children. And that's before even going into the brainwashing that you talk about, Vespasian. So it's like, you can say, like, they were fighting, so, no sympathy because they died, they were in the middle of combat. Like, I can certainly appreciate that viewpoint. I do. I'm not discounting that whatsoever. They were in combat, they died in combat. It happens. This is what happens in war. But I can also appreciate and understand the situation where most North Korean soldiers are forced into they're forced into being soldiers in the first place. They are not well fed at all. They can barely function, and they've been brainwashed by the state. I can also fully understand and appreciate that as well. Leave us not forget, they're also human beings. And human beings are fallible in so many ways. Just remember that.
And something real quick. Remember when, Slavic Special Ed over there said that North Koreans weren't going there, and then he admitted they were, but it was only for training. And then he said, well, they were going to help, but it was not going to be like forward operations. They were going to be doing like administrative stuff. And now you just came right out and said that they were killed in combat. So, like, this is the thing. When you and Slavic Special Ed start talking, this is why I don't believe a fucking word you say, bro.
Yeah.
How do you know that they weren't in the rear and getting attacked by the munitions you continue to send over to Ukraine?
Shut up, Slavic Special Ed. We all know how much you like taking it in the rear. Just admit it. Yay!
Had to be done. Had to be done, chat. Had to be done.
Ukraine. Because for a while now, I told Ukraine they couldn't use the munitions I was sending for strikes in Russian territory. You know, for all the shit you talk about not winning wars because you had to handicap yourself, why would you do that to somebody else? When I'm footing the bill, I make the rules. If they bought the shit beforehand and were using it, that's all them. Like Poland. Once they buy all the shit, they can do whatever they want to with it. Within reason. I'm waiting.
Oh, God.
Well, on the plus side,
Hold up.
I'm waiting.
Oh, Colin has got a... Right now, Colin has got a bigger war boner than the kid. At this point, Colin has a war boner and is desperate for a war pussy to go shove it into about 30,000 fucking times. The kid has nothing on Poland right now in this. Poland has a wet dream. He might very well glass the whole fucking planet at this point. The kid, you gotta worry about a country. Poland, he might actually glass the fucking planet as big of a war boner as he's got.
well, on the plus side, since they weren't in North Korea and they were over in Russia, at least they got to goon once before they were wiped out. I mean, imagine how
True.
fucking wild that is. Like, North Korea, I'm sorry, man, it's just worse there than we thought. That when people go to Russia, they're like, oh my God, this is what freedom looks like, and that's like diet freedom. You are a piece of shit, speaking poorly about the deceased. They fought bravery. Yeah, you know what, I'm sure they did. Yeah, too bad they weren't in an American or, like, you know, real westernized country. Then they would have access to Amazon. All their bodies would have been found surrounded by fucking anime body pillows and ooh-woo girls' bathwater.
Damn it, I really need to start looking into doing merch, don't I? I don't have a body pillow. I need to correct this. God damn it! Shit!
Anyways, and I can't believe I'm about to exclaim, oh, excuse me, exclaim another country's name instead of America. Italy. What do you want, eh? From Italia? Wow, Italy. What'd you do to piss off beans on toast, man? Did you outlaw beans on toast? I'll bet that's what happened. No. They've banned same-sex couples from having surrogacy so that they can have children of their own. Where have you been? That was done last October. Like a really excited Mario.
Honestly, I gotta hand it to you
Really?
for trying. You could have just done the Family Guy route and been like, bop and a boopy, and then have somebody else over there, like, translate for you. So, yeah, A for effort.
Whenever it happened, oh, excuse me, again. Whenever it happened, it's still wrong. Why would you do that?
Maybe they don't want the gays creating more gays, like a gay mitosis
Ew.
or something.
Oh, boss. Usually I'm right there with you, but no, boss. I'm against you on this one. I'm against you. There's nothing wrong with gay couples having surrogacy. I know Buff be racist and hateful. I know. He's from a different time. I know. It's... I mean, yes, Gwerv, that obviously is... that is an option. Adoptions. Absolutely. Quick clarification point. It's not just same-sex couples. Surrogacy is illegal in Italy and has been for the last 20 years. The reason why outlawed their citizens from seeking surrogacy abroad, with penalties including 2 years in prison and a €1 million fine. Oh, okay. So if they go to... So now if an Italian citizen tries to facilitate surrogacy outside of the country, because it's already been illegal. Okay. And my guess is that, I don't know, I mean, so maybe someone could tell me if that's because there's so many abandoned children and they want to try and facilitate more adoptions so more children get families by these kids that have been abandoned to orphanages. I don't know, but it's interesting that they banned surrogacy entirely for the last 20 years. Interesting.
Then, plus, Russia's mom makes enough of them already.
Jumping back to me. I forgot this story, my bad. Yeah, I can't hit stuff in Russia with American stuff. That's why I made the flamingo. I don't know what that is, but I'm guaranteeing it has canards. Actually, it doesn't. It's a rocket-assisted, ground-launched, medium to long-range cruise missile. It's not half bad for homegrown tech. You see, America, they could have hit inside of Russia. Could have and have. But if you want to argue semantics, you think that I don't exist and belong to Russia. So technically, anything I fire is fired from within Russian territory.
Got
Mental
him.
checkmate, fucker.
Oh, I like spicy Ukraine.
All right, time for my missile brain to break and take over here. But, okay, so the Flamingo missile. It is a very large missile and does have a 3,000 kilometer claimed range. That's significant. Now, the thing is with cruise missiles, by definition, they have lateral surfaces which produce lift because of their terrain masking and low flying approach and flight profile. Now, they do not move as fast as ballistic missiles. Ballistic missiles usually in somewhere near their apogee are traveling well over Mach 5, sometimes even Mach 10. And with some missiles, you're looking at over Mach 20, but that's way up at apogee. It's easy to detect something when it's up that high because radars detect and receive information at the speed of light, 300,000 kilometers a second.
Okay, I'm following this one. Cruise missile low, ballistic missile high, easy to detect because the curvature of the Earth. If you think the Earth is flat, your parents are probably related.
Yes, and while they are somewhat slow moving in comparison to a ballistic missile, usually around 500 to 600 miles an hour, the thing that makes them so dangerous is you don't usually see them until they're really, really close. They can hide behind the horizon, even with no topography to hide behind, for within about 20 miles of a ground-based sensor. Air-based sensors have a little bit different perspective on them, so they're easier to see. Think of a radar like a giant flashlight. And when you shine that flashlight on something, if something is in the way, everything behind it is dark. It casts a shadow. Radars work the exact same way. You can't see through buildings. You can't see through trees, dense enough trees. You can't see through a mountain. And cruise missiles capitalize on that to be able to cause damage. There's your missile thing.
America. Oh,
Oh,
America's
fuck.
unavailable right now. Please leave your message after the Three Gorges Dam lets loose.
That's funny. What do you want?
Did you see? I started testing a ground drone with tracks that fires rocket launchers.
Okay. What's so fancy about that?
You are speechless. I see.
Now, dude, you're behind again by probably freaking 15 years. I'm pretty sure that the US did that like 15, 20 fucking years ago.
You don't have anything like this.
Because it's dumb. It's something that you could literally put together in my country with, I don't know, parts from a hobby store and a federal firearms license. No ideas, any of you. Honestly, if it comes to it, it just sounds like you're going to hand over a remote control car and a free rocket launcher to the Marine Corps. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Speaking of Marines, America, do you really have 2,000 U.S. Marines off the coast of Venezuela? I don't know. Maybe. I lose track of those guys sometimes. And they did this whole thing with a box against AI. It was really cool. And
How many of you remember that? We watched the Nick video where he talked about that, how it was the Marines fucked with the AI. Like the AI detection system, and like the Marines basically like put boxes on their heads, or they literally did like the solid snake thing. Yeah, they did cartwheels, and they like did the solid snake where they put the box on them and tricked the AI. Yeah.
And I have now mobilized over 4.5. God, that sounds Middle Eastern. And I have now mobilized over 4.5 million.
Oh shit, this is it, guys. We've waited years for this. The
Oh,
voices
God.
are taking over.
Oh,
No.
boss.
I hope. And then Venezuela, look, we don't need to go into this knockdown drag out fight. If you would just we could work together, deal with these cartels. That's what I'm there for. I'm not there to fight you, even though most of your country would agree with me. Let's just deal with the cartels together, man. I mean, 2,000 Marines against 4.5 million. That's hardly fair. Yeah, you're gonna need a few more guys. Fucking swampbacks.
Ah, shit, missed opportunity. That one's solid. Good job, Marine Corps.
I mean, that's fair. I really don't send those guys in alone. You know, in the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I have the high ground. If it comes to this, I will be your next Vietnam.
You're gonna blend in amongst the population, hide in another country, and then when I bomb you into submission so that you go back to the Paris Peace Accords, you violate the treaty 2 years later and we just say fuck it and leave? Weird flex, but okay.
There are many out there that believe we lost Vietnam. But
yeah.
we got a McDonald's there 50 years later, so, I mean, who really won?
Napalm sticks to kids. Oh, yeah, it sticks
Oh,
to kids. Sorry, I wasn't
God,
paying attention. What'd you
boss.
say?
I don't know why you beat your chest so much about your air power, America. Considering, didn't France just have a Rafale take down your precious F-35? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I know that Russia doesn't test or train to standard. Yeah. We removed everything that gave an advantage to the F-35 in order for that pilot to train with dogfighting against a aircraft that is designed to dogfight. It was good training for both of us, right, France? It was a good training opportunity for both of us, America. And I'm glad that HSC actually had to Google how to pronounce Rafael so that he could say it correctly. I'm proud of you. Yeah, unlike your S-400, the entire time in testing, it never once failed a test. That's a huge red flag for anyone trying to buy that system. Everyone knows what makes air forces nowadays more powerful is not necessarily the ability to dogfight, it's to end the fight before you ever merge with another plane.
This is true.
Specifically what my entire fleet is designed to do, between sensor fusion and network sharing. I mean sharing data.
I mean, for the love of God, it's the whole purpose of the F-22. That's why the kid has never had intercept. The mere threat of him has kept any attackers at bay. See, like, that's the very definition of what the purpose of the Air Force is. You have this threat that if you are attacked, we're going to basically unleash this weapon from God at you that you will not be able to stand up to, so nobody's going to try to attack you because you literally have these weapon systems just waiting to just pop the fuck off.
Between like the 22 and the 35. Whoa. We don't share data. That's my brother. Fucking weirdo. I, for one, have no interest in finding out what is inside of his head. Ever. 1 second. You guys seriously don't share data? No. Ew. Yo, what do you want me to do? Spit in his mouth next? Please don't. Can someone check the lock on the hangar, please? Quit making it weird. You guys are the best fighters, and well, the 35 is multi-role fighter on the planet. How the fuck do you not share data? Difference in purpose. I'm sleek, smooth, smart. I download and destroy. I'm here to network integrate with all sorts of different sensors and my fellow F-35s and eventually AI wingmen. I'm there when you need something done delicately and intelligent. And I know my place. I'm a flying grudge match. Default aggressive. I'm there when you need somebody so dead that in 1,000 years, when archaeologists dig them up, they're going to feel bad for them. Matter of fact, the only reason I don't get bigger and turn green is copyright infringement, and it's really bad for my stealth coating.
Boy, we got quite the explanation on missile tech today, didn't we? Oh-ho! HLC give us good, proper education. And yes, Big Dyer. Well, actually, I should ask this question. Chat, would you intercept me? Would you want to intercept little old me?